In this episode of my 7AGE build, I'm here with Matt and we're going to get the 7AGE tuned, finally. That's awesome, man.
That's great. Just leave it off the line, eh? What a weapon.
So before we get too stuck into this video, just wanted to give a huge shout out to James from Game On Motorsport. We ended up hiring his dyno out for this video and he was kind enough to open up the shop on a Saturday on his day off, just to make it a bit easier for us to shoot a video without a working shop going on in the background. So huge thanks to James, I really appreciate it, mate.
Well, the big day's finally here. Got the car and the dyno ready to give it a quick run up. Matt's just going to see what it's doing now. He hasn't done any kind of power runs or anything. We're just going to see what it makes before he does any kind of timing adjustments or anything. It's like it just keeps revving, eh?
Yeah.
Doesn't stop.
It's good, eh?
So you just ran it up, man? Did you say you made 140?
Yeah, 141 horsepower at the hub.
Is that something that you're hoping for?
That's not bad for the first pull without
before we do any kind of timing or anything?
Yeah, before any sort of
So what's your prediction?
Hoping for about 180, but we'll see, because we've got an airbox, we've got things that are working against us, but we'll do it with what we've got, remove it, see what it can potentially make, and go from there. But she's also, there's also dips in it. So we're just setting up the dyno now so we get a better...
Oh yeah, for sure.
Read it better, yeah. The torque curve looks pretty good. I mean, up until 7.3, she's still pulling up. Yep. And then she dies right at the top there.
And I kind of felt that when I was driving the car too.
Yeah,
so
you did. Yeah, you did mention that in the hills.
We wanted to keep pulling all the way through till it gets to the limiter. So yeah, beautiful.
So we're getting there.
Well, you're at 180. I'm at 200. So we'll see what happens, eh?
We'll see what we have to do our best.
So right after that first power run, Matt started doing some steady state tuning, and because of the way the dyno tilts the car forward, the engine couldn't drain the oil from the head. My oil drain is at the rear of the engine. So what was happening was a lot of oil was going into the catch can. My catch can ended up filling up and then running the oil back to the airbox and straight back into the intake. So once I noticed that it was overflowing, I stopped Matt and we pulled the airbox off and decided to run it like that for a little bit. And since he wasn't doing any more steady state tuning, this wasn't a problem. And it hasn't been a problem on the street. It's just a little thing that we had to deal with on the dyno.
How much are we talking? Shit!
There's like a little lip down the bottom and it's just full of oil.
Pulling in it. Oh, that's like when nitrous goes in as a liquid.
Yeah. So we pretty much just took the airbox off.
Yep.
And we've made power pretty much from...
I'll get this out of the way. So the green line was the final pass.
Yep.
And if you look at the whole run, it's made power everywhere up the run. And I didn't do a full pull.
You lifted off early, yeah.
So we went from 140 to 150 horsepower max.
Yep.
And we've picked up, if we look on the right-hand scale, that's torque. The green line is the last run. So I'm missing there's a bit of a dip through the center there. I'll address that, but right now, we'll just, I'll do a full pull, see what she makes, and then I'll start cleaning it up.
Yeah, and that's no changes, just take the airbox off
just removing the airbox,
so
the fuel mixtures have got a little bit leaner.
Yeah, okay.
That's still safe for the moment. Again, they still need a heap of tidying up. But for now, she's, she still had in her, she still had another 1,000 RPM or more.
Okay, beautiful.
So we'll give her a run and see how she goes.
Let's see what she does.
Low, is it?
I think it's someone's timing.
So what you see us doing here is we're just draining the tank of 98, running a rubber line to a jerry can, and we just set the prime rate on the ECU to 30 seconds, and then just let it pump out as much of the 98 as we can, and then we'll fill it up with ae86 and see how much power we can make.
Yeah, so we made about 170 on pump gas, just normal 98.
174 was the total number.
Yeah.
And the curve is it's a progressive curve.
Yeah.
And then as it comes up over the top, it just flattens out.
Yeah.
So
pretty much our gain right now is about 25 horsepower at the wheels, because we started at about 140.
Yeah. So we made the most gains with the airbox removal.
Yeah.
We knew that was going to be a limiting factor, but it was a substantial change. So realistically, we put timing in, change of fuel mixes, nothing. It wanted air. And the only way we were going to feed it is if we took the box off. So we've come to the conclusion the box is coming off, and we made a figure. So we're quite happy with it. 174 horsepower is nothing to laugh at.
Fuck. We're gonna need a bit of degreaser, bro.
How bad are we talking?
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. The dipstick was coming out.
Shit.
Did you check that, or that's been in there the whole time?
that went.
I haven't pulled it out.
That just popped.
No, I popped it out.
Damn.
I would have popped it out.
Oh, alrighty then.
So that was the most powerful run of the day, and just before we unbolted the car from the dyno, I just wanted to see if I put my pod filter on there, how much power I'd be sacrificing.
What did you change exactly?
No, so we tried a few things and it didn't respond to it. What it's doing now is what the engine wants to do. So with the box on, we're probably losing 3 horsepower.
Yep. That's sweet.
So to me, I'd rather have a box that costs 3 horsepower.
For sure, yeah.
If it was my own personal engine, I wouldn't care, because if I dust it, whatever, I build them. But for yourself, I would recommend them to you, run the box for the cost of 3 horsepower.
You're not going to feel 3 horsepower. Yeah.
Nah. See, we're maxing out now at about 7,400 RPM. So this thing is pulling well and truly to 7,400. So let's have a look at the torque graph. If we look here in the top right, see that top right scale here?
Yeah.
So these are all our, this is our torque. So if we look here, by 7.4 she's falling over. 7.2. So this thing peak, like your ideal shift point would be around 7.2, 7.3, 7.4 before it starts really diving.
Okay.
So pretty much like the limiter's set quite high.
So we could even set the limiter at 8 and it'd be a happy engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and a safe engine too.
Yeah, but I like the higher limiter.
Yeah. Just in case you need it for whatever reason.
Yeah, if you want to stretch its legs, it depends on your gear changes. So if your gear changes as they're coming out of a corner put you in a better torque range, then you'd rev it a little bit harder for that.
Of course, yeah.
So you hear, if you look here, like depending on how you look at this here, see how the torque dies down slowly, you could probably shift at about 7,700. If you shift it at 7,700, it's going to drop you back into your fairly peak torque, like all this peak torque over here.
Yeah. Cool.
But if you go off power, you could shift it, 7.7 would be a good shift point.
Yeah.
And that's pulling till 7.7.
That's very nice.
Regardless of your torque, if you look at your horsepower, so this thing's maxing out horsepower at 7.5.
Yeah. And
these bloody fucking injectors are so difficult to tune. I can't get these humps out.
Yeah, so I never got that on video. I've got 525cc injectors, and you're just saying that they might be a bit big for this engine?
Whether or not they're too big, the control of the injectors is a bit difficult.
Okay.
Without, say, like a fuel pressure sensor, that's an electronic one, I can't see if our fuel pressure's spot on, because I've been hearing reports about these mechanical sensors being fairly wrong. So if our base fuel pressure is incorrect, that could contribute to this.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at our power graph, it's fairly consistent. Look at the climb. It's fairly straight line now. It's not really
feel very linear throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I can't wait to see what it feels like.
That's our linear. It's pretty good now.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good line.
Yeah.
Even considering our fuel mixtures do a bit of funny business,
it doesn't really affect anything.
Yeah, it's not affecting our fuel mixtures. So that's just got to be. I'm putting that down to say like engine resonance.
Okay.
Just general engine resonance, but like, yeah. If this was fuel mixture, if this was an issue, we would see it here, and we would see it here. But this hump here isn't really, like, this is only very minor for how much of a change is here. So, man, I'm keen to get this thing off and go on the street.
Yeah, see what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm fucking
should
keen
feel
as
pretty
hell.
good.
Very keen.
So it's a fair bit of a gain there from this morning.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
So this is the 2 runs. The first run we did today is the red line, and then obviously the biggest power run that we've done is the blue line up top. So you can easily see that we've made power the whole way through, even down low.
So the difference between before coming in 141 to 180 horsepower here.
Yeah. That's really exciting, man. We're going to feel that. We're definitely going to feel that. What do you reckon?
Definitely. It's going to be massive. That's very.
And this is the torque, is it? So
yeah, I don't think it's rating correctly. This is torque total.
Okay.
So we're not making 700 newton meters of torque.
No. But
I think this is. Yeah, this is
not calibrated, but we can see how much more.
Yeah,
the
overall gain throughout the entire thing is if you just look at it as like lines on a graph.
Yeah.
The difference, because they're both wrong in calibration, you're just looking for the improvement.
That's really exciting, man. Beautiful. All right, what do you reckon
let's get some wheels on this.
Yeah, let's get this thing running. All right, we're fresh off the dyno. I haven't felt the power yet. We'll just take it for a quick cruise and we'll find a spot to give it a hit.
Can I go down that way? there's a dead end down that way. We can have a burn on the way back.
I'm not even giving it anything. I can feel the difference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I felt more torque there. Hey.
Okay. Well, we'll see what she feels like, eh?
Let's do it. It's pretty good, eh?
It's pretty nice, man.
Yeah. She chirps through a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's great.
That feels nice, especially down low. I can feel a lot more torque.
Yeah.
Pulling out of corners.
Oh, we got nowhere to go.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
Feels good, man. It sounds good
Man,
too.
second through thirds right in the torque.
Oh yeah. She sounds really good. I should have gone before this guy. I'll go right.
That's great. That feels good. Second gear from fairly slow, come right back up.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
That's great. Just spins it off the line. Oh, what a weapon.
Oh yeah.
Man, the power's smooth.
It's very nice. Very nice, man. What do you think of the power? You happy with how it feels?
I think so. So we're just talking about it now, and it feels like a stock turbo S15.
That guy's still pumping the music.
Yeah. You'll hear the sound of our people in a second.